3, 2, 1.
Hello, America. Hello, world. To the two trophy dads. Hello, Dave Thomas.
Hello, Alan Bradshaw. Why do you have that big old goofy smile from ear to ear on your face today?
Man, I'm so excited. Dude, we have a sponsor.
Can you believe it, man?
We can now say, brought to you by, and who would that be, Dave Thomas?
Mark Motors in Gray, Kentucky, baby.
Mark Motors, baby. I have purchased 2 fine automobiles from there. We had a little discussion on my wife's when I bought it, and he said, hey, I'll sponsor you, baby.
That's
and I was
great.
like, I'll take it. And when I called to tell Princess Chastity about her car, the
You
first
forgot.
thing I told her was, we got a sponsor, baby. Not you got your car.
Hey, and Mark's a great guy. I used to
Yep.
work with Mark years ago. We used to work here in a local factory together, and he's went off and created him a good business. He's been selling cars for 20 years or more
Long
now.
time.
And
Dynasty.
So, yeah, and so if you're in the market for a good used, quality pre-owned, we should say, vehicle, give Mark Motors a check there. You can find him online at markmotors-inc.com. And his address, I know this by heart now.
Mm-hmm.
It's 11770 North U.S. Highway 25E, Gray, Kentucky. What is that, 40734?
Yeah.
Yeah, zip code, something
And
like
the
that.
phone number, 606-528-0069. I'll speak English in a second.
Yeah, and you don't have to be a local yokel
No.
here to buy a car from Mark.
Remember the story I told you? He said somebody from Africa wired some money over. He sent the money came. He sent the vehicle there. Folks, we are worldwide.
That's
Dave
right.
Thomas, these people that are in these countries, by all means, if you hear us and talk about Mark Motors, please tell him
Yeah.
that you heard us on this podcast.
Send him a podcast. Send him an
podcast.
email. Send him an
Yes.
email. Let him know. Say, hey, you know what? I heard about you. These 2 goofy guys are talking.
Mm-hmm.
So for those folks up there in Canada that are listening to us, I think it's Alberta. Is it Alberta?
I think it's right.
Yeah, Canada. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you up there.
Russia.
We've got several downloads now in Russia, and so we appreciate you all listening over there. The UK this month, we've got some listeners. Australia again showing up down there. This time it's in, I think it's Queensland this
I
time.
believe it was.
And so, and then, of course, unfortunately, we can't track where every single download comes from, but we know that at one point we were huge in Brussels. And,
Brussels, come back.
yeah, we love Brussels, and we had some listeners in Israel and other places. So it doesn't matter where you're at. If you have an internet connection and you are in the market for a quality-owned vehicle, check out Mark Motors at
606-528-0069 or the Facebook page, markmotors-inc.com. Isn't that nice to say that, Dave?
That is awesome to be
So
able to say
beautiful.
that.
Now, after he supports us a month, he may listen to our show and go, "Oh, guys, you guys stink."
Yeah,
We're not
why this was a bad investment? But no.
he's an awesome guy.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Mark, and do him a favor, folks, and look him up. See if he's got something on there that you might be interested in.
And if you go in, please say, I heard your place on the Two Trophy Dads podcast. That would be so awesome.
Oh,
to hear.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, moving on. We live in an area, Dave, that could be the metropolis of this southeastern Kentucky section.
Mm-hmm.
But we have...
Are you bringing up Chick-Fil-A again?
No.
Okay.
We have possibly. But we have things going on where people can't get out of their own way. You know, we have 2 exits that are filters, byways for Knoxville that are just high traffic areas for I-75.
Mm-hmm. We are centrally located between Lexington,
Yeah.
Kentucky, and Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay? So, and one section looks like a crack house hit section,
Amen.
you know, but we all got excited. There is a Wendy's on one side. And right now, even with just the Wendy's,
Terrible intersection.
it take an act of Congress to get through it. First of all, there is a hole there that will consume your vehicle.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's... And then to get in and out is horrible.
25 south there is
Yep.
what you've got. 4 lanes and then the turning lane.
Yep.
So it's 5 lanes wide.
Yep.
No stoplights. And if you're turning right, you can get out of there fairly easy. But if you're trying to turn left out of Wendy's,
Might as well play Frogger.
yeah, it's crazy. And because across the road you have a McDonald's,
Yep.
You have Arby's over there.
The movie place.
The movie theater.
Yep.
A big Speedway gas station.
Yep.
So this is a very crowded section of highway, and they're putting something in there that's going to.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
And I don't understand why the traffic wraps around it, but it will.
Yeah.
It's not a Chick-Fil-A.
No.
It's.
And that's another thing.
Yeah.
If you're Chick-fil-A and if you're the people in the surrounding, so we call it Tri-County area.
Yep.
3 counties. Everybody can get a piece of the pie.
Yep.
It could support 2. It could support 1 on each exit. But no, what do we build? We've got a stinking Starbucks. I don't understand it. I'm not a coffee drinker. I love the smell of it. My wife loves it. But there's
I drink
one
like 1 cup a day.
Yeah, there's one in a nearby town. They will wrap around, and I know it has to be an hour wait. Why would I wait an hour for something that costs $6-7?
That you can make at home.
They make it home.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Yeah. So now let's think about the little section I talked about. Guess where they put it at?
Right beside
the same section.
Between Taco Bell and Wendy's.
Between Taco Bell and Wendy's. This must have been designed by the same people who did the Kroger, the ghetto Kroger, as we call it, in Corbin, because I literally got trapped in that parking lot one day.
That was a dumb.
Because somebody built a curb
and
didn't even tell him, and closed it off.
Closed off one of the lanes.
Yep.
That was the exit lane.
Yeah. And if you were literally trying to, my daughter's going to be close to driving age for long. If I were to teach her how to drive, I would not take her to that parking lot.
No.
Because,
well, actually, that'd be a good place to drive.
Well, I guess you could, yeah.
You wouldn't want to train her there, but if after she gets the handle,
yep.
if she can park and get out and not kill anybody,
yeah.
then you get your license because it is tight, curbs everywhere you look. And listen, the good Kroger, it's about as bad.
It's getting bad.
They've got curbs all over that. I don't know what it is with Corbin, but they love concrete curbs.
Why do we have to have curbs?
They got them all over the Trade Mart. There are curbs everywhere.
Yep.
I'll tell you this story. When I was my senior year of high school, I think.
Going way back.
Yeah, I had an '86 Mustang. It was a 4-cylinder. I called it a gelding. It was not the V8 GT that I wanted.
Gelding.
Yeah, you know what that is?
I do, but I'm not going to say it on the air.
Okay, well, for those who know what a gelding is, it was a horse. Anyway, my cousin and I, we had went into B&H shoe store located right beside a Belk at the time, and I bought me a new pair of boots. I'll never forget this. And there was these 2 cute girls standing on the corner.
Of course there were.
From Corbin Band, high school band, selling ice cream. And it could have potentially been my wife because she was in the Corbin Band, and she was selling ice cream there.
What instrument did she play?
She prayed.
She prayed? She prayed a lot, I'm sure.
The French horn, and she played the flute and the piccolo. And she could play piano, too. But anyway.
Speaking of that, let me just tell you, is there not an American horn? Why does it have to be the French horn?
American horn's on a car. So anyway. But I can play
you need
that
to play
one.
your...
I don't know which button it is. Not that one.
No,
not
that one.
Third time's a charm, baby. There it is.
There it is. Yes, sir. This is a high-quality show.
High quality. But so I walk out, and they're like, would you like to buy an ice cream? And I'm trying to be cool. I'm like, no, I'm good. So I get in my car. My cousin get in the car. Start my car. And they had never been a curb there before. Used to, I could just, and I parked at a spot. Used to, I could just get, and I went to turn left just to go out. And sometime or other, they had built a curb. Next thing I know, go wham! I see the sky, and then I hear this terrible grinding sound underneath my car. And then my car, it dies. And it's sitting with the front wheels off the ground on the curb, and those girls are cracking
hysterical.
up.
Who is this moron?
Yeah. And my cousin, he just slides down. I'm scared because I'm like, oh, man, I've just tore the oil pan and everything out of this. So I get out and look under my car to make sure it's okay. I start it up. I put it in reverse, pull it back off. It's making all that noise. Get out of the car again, look under it, make sure there's nothing, oil pouring everywhere. And I got out of Dodge. And, man, I was embarrassed.
Sure you did.
I hate curbs, man. I'll never forget that. But
me too.
Anyway, I don't know who those girls were. If Christy was one of them, she still went up and marry me, so didn't know her at the time. But, yeah, an embarrassing story. But I don't know why. We got to have curbs. We're like cattle.
Folks, if you're looking for a high-quality pre-owned vehicle and service with a smile,
then you need to check out Mark Motors at 11770 North U.S. Highway 25E in Gray, Kentucky, 40734. Phone number, area code 606-528-0069.
Facebook page, markmotors-inc.com. That's MARKMOTORS-INC.com.
Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6. Anywhere you go,
Yep.
You know, you even go into restaurants, they herd you through the,
Yep.
and you go to amusement parks and you got all the railings. You got to we're just cattle. We're like big sheep. We just do as we're told and follow along.
You know, and so I was talking to one of my fellow teachers this week. So not only will we have that infestation of traffic on that side of town, you know, some of the higher ups thought it'd be a great idea to put a turnabout on the other side.
By the school.
By the school. And so now, let's just say Southeastern Kentucky drivers, redneck drivers such as ourselves,
don't do well with circles.
We're not always best with circles.
No. Donuts.
And
not circles.
You know, those of us that have driven for 30, 40 years, we tend not to trust other people.
Drive like a papball.
And you have to do the turnabouts and stuff. You have to trust other people.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not going to work well.
No.
There will be wrecks beyond wrecks.
I'm just wondering how the school buses are going to get out.
I've never seen anything like it.
I'm glad I'm not driving down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what you don't, folks, for you don't know where they're planning this, is it's a crazy intersection. It's a bad intersection
on a curve.
It's right in the middle of a curve on the main road there, and then you have another road that intersects that takes you right up beside the school, and then you have the Barton Mill cutoff, they call it, and there's 3 intersections in the middle of a curve. And most of the time, people, when they come up at Barton Mill or come out of Black Diamond, they don't know who's got the right of way. And then you got the people in the curve turning each ways. It's bad. And then they're going to make this all a circle. It's going to be utter chaos right there. Yeah. And, you know, and then you go up to Lexington there at the
Unreal.
You know, the one exit where they got that French design, and where you go on the wrong side of the road and back. Oh, my gosh.
Once again, why do we have to use French stuff?
I don't know.
Why can't we do American roads?
Why can't we just build a bridge over it all?
Yep.
Just make a bridge and go over it and just go on. But, you know, I don't know. But, yeah, traffic flow engineering down here, we need help.
Yep.
We need help. And I'll say this again. Chick-Fil-A, we need you down here. The food truck you send down here, we love it. But we want every day. They want to say we don't have the population to support it.
That's a lie.
It's a lie. We have I-75. We have 1 million cars come through here every day. And I don't care where you put a Chick-fil-A, if it's on the side of interstate. You can make one exit in the middle of nowhere with nothing on it but a Chick-fil-A, and there will be cars wrapped around the building.
Yeah, because we have a stretch. Richmond from Corbin is about, what would you say, 60 miles?
Yeah, maybe a little more.
And then from Corbin to Knoxville is probably, so you're talking over a 100-mile stretch where there's no Chick-fil-A.
Well, technically, we have a Chick-fil-A in Williamsburg.
Yeah,
at the college,
you can't really call it that.
University of Cumberland's, but it's not. It's not a drive-through. It's not an accessible one like that. So I don't think it counts.
So you go from, you know, Richmond to the south to Knoxville. You can't tell me that if a Chick-fil-A is not, we would sell it out every day.
Dude, you could put a Chick-fil-A in Woodbine.
Yes,
and it would be wrapped around the building.
Yes. Why do we make this podcast?
Because we want to make the world smarter or feel smarter. One show at a time.
Until next time, America. Play the music now.
Woohoo, Mark Motors.
Are we still recording?
Yes.
Yes.